Mr. Speaker, I want to first recognize our newly elected Liberal leader, Rana Bokhari, who is in the gallery.
May she stay there a long time.
Mr. Speaker, under this NDP government, Manitoba families have continually been left behind over the last 14 years, with two-income and single-parent families watching their incomes disappear in a myriad of taxes and increasing costs. The majority of Manitoba's workers are being squeezed. Enough is enough. What will the Premier do to end his neglect of Manitoba's middle-class families?
Middle-class families benefit by an economy that's generating jobs and employment. Right. And that's exactly what this agenda is. This agenda will spend $5.5 billion on infrastructure. It will skill up another 75,000 workers. It will do it while increasing the minimum wage and ensuring people have access to good jobs. When you have trades, trade wages are very strong in Manitoba, Mr. Speaker. Yes. When you're a plumber, an electrician, when you're a millwright, when you're a carpenter, all of those are good opportunities to make a good living in Manitoba, Mr. Speaker. And we do it at a time when we keep the bundle of electricity, home heating, and auto insurance rates the lowest in the country, Mr. Speaker. And we will continue to do that, so that we make sure the Manitoba families have an affordability advantage, which is why, under the Conservatives, they cut the property tax credit to $250. We've increased it to $750, Mr. Speaker. So good jobs, good schools, good opportunities to grow the economy is the way forward for all families in Manitoba, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, you know, the throne speeches over 14 years have hardly changed. The promises have hardly changed, and the status of Manitoba's middle class has hardly changed. They have consistently experienced a flat line in their disposable incomes after inflation year after year. Incomes are barely keeping up with inflation. You know, good government is much more than just about new jobs. It's about improving the well-being and the livelihoods of Manitobans.
John for leader.
I ask the Premier, how will creating more short-time jobs help currently employed and struggling Manitobans keep up?
Thanks, Mr. Speaker. That's exactly why I'm hoping the member from River Heights will support the building agenda we put in front of the people of Manitoba in the throne speech, Mr. Speaker. A $5.5 billion investment in new core infrastructure, 75,000 more skilled workers in the province, more investment in people's education and training at the apprenticeship level, at the college level, at the university level. Our university tuition rates are in the top 3 for affordability in the country, Mr. Speaker, and we're investing record amounts of money in our universities, in our facilities, in new programs. In the throne speech, there was a new master's degree in health sciences put in place for Brandon University. That's just one concrete example of things we're going to do to generate more opportunities for Manitobans to have a good life in this province of Manitoba. I hope the member for River Heights will support the throne speech because it's moving exactly in the direction he would like us to go.
Mr. Speaker, too often the Premier doesn't even have clear plans. Today he announced Highway 75, and we don't even know if he's going to increase the bridge height in Morris or have another plan. You know, that $215 million, is that just a back-of-the-envelope guess because we don't even know what the final plan is going to be?
Probably.
Where is this Premier?
Probably.
Look, Mr. Speaker, many middle-income earners are feeling frustrated, financially squeezed, and worried about slipping backward as they try to keep a roof over their heads and feed their families. After 14 years of neglecting the middle class in Manitoba, what does this Premier propose that will truly guarantee their incomes will grow?
What we're going to do is we're going to generate a growing economy with major investments in infrastructure. We're going to ensure that there's R&D investment in the province with the best tax credit in the country. We're going to ensure that families get access to good education by ensuring that we don't cut the budget for public schools. We don't cut the budget for post-secondary education and enhance the opportunities for apprenticeships in Manitoba. Good jobs means young families will settle and continue to work in Manitoba. And Mr. Speaker, every graduate from a post-secondary program in Manitoba can get 60% of their tuition back by putting down roots and living and working in the province of Manitoba. The member from River Heights should vote for the throne speech because the agenda in the throne speech is good for Manitoba families and it's good for the middle class in Manitoba, Mr. Speaker.